Courtney Cox here in the Nesson studio, joined now by senior writer for Ring Magazine, Mike Coppinger. Mike, thanks so much for taking the time to talk with me.
Thanks a lot for having me on, Courtney.
Now, no surprise here what we're talking about. August 26th, Mayweather-McGregor, the fight everyone's been talking about. In your opinion, what was your first thoughts when this thing became official?
You know, it's been in talks for over a year now, but at first it was, only thought of as a joke. And then I think basically since like May or so, it's been like, all right, this fight might actually happen. So yeah, I'm excited for the actual event. They're going to make so much money, and there's too much money for the fight to not happen. But Conor McGregor is going to take a tremendous beating for his trouble.
All right, well, you just led me into my next question. Obviously, like I said, you're the senior writer for Ring Magazine, and even before that, you were the boxing writer for USA Today, so you're definitely looking at this thing more from a Mayweather perspective. Does McGregor have any chance in this, in your opinion?
Not really. I think it would be the greatest upset in sports history. I mean, Conor McGregor is going into another sport while he's a good stand-up fighter for MMA, his striking skills are pretty poor for a boxer. I mean, he sparred with Chris Van Heerden, who's not even a top, he's a decent welterweight, a top 15 guy maybe, and he was getting played with. Mayweather's an all-time great, and he's probably the best defensive fighter of all time. McGregor is also known for gassing out and having pretty poor conditioning for MMA, and now he's going 12 rounds. When you throw a lot of punches and you miss badly, it really tires you out. So I think he's going to get tired quickly, and Mayweather's going to stop him in the mid-rounds.
So you said if McGregor wins this thing, then it's the biggest upset of all time. Dana White said if he wins this thing, he'll be the best athlete of all time. Would you agree with that?
Well, no. I mean, that's like Michael Jordan or Wayne Gretzky for me, or Muhammad Ali. But, it would be – I can't even fathom a scenario where McGregor wins. I just can't see it. I've seen people that don't really watch boxing saying, oh, maybe he'll land some big punch. Like, guys that are much better boxers than Conor McGregor haven't been able to land a single punch on Mayweather. We're talking about the greatest defensive fighter, possibly of all time. So, I mean, unless Mayweather just really got old now, that he's 40, he hasn't fought in 2 years, and something crazy happens and he slips, I don't know. But for me, it's just that both guys are going to get tremendous paydays, and it's going to be a great event and a massive spectacle. But I don't actually expect a competitive fight in the ring on fight night.
Well, some people are saying having an MMA fighter ruins the credibility of boxing. Would you agree with that?
I mean, boxing's had so many circus events at this point. I'm not sure if it can get any worse. So, yeah, I don't see it as a credible fight. Oscar De La Hoya has been, been lambasting the fight over and over. I don't take it seriously as an actual sporting event. But as I think most of the people that are going to watch this fight and are really interested in it are people that don't watch boxing. So for that, I guess it's good. Hopefully Mayweather, tries to knock him out, which he never really does. But considering how poor McGregor should be, maybe Mayweather will take a chance for once. I don't know.
All right, let's talk about your Twitter page. You took notice to a McGregor Instagram recently. He posted an Instagram of his gym and a new mural of him knocking out Mayweather. You thought that was pretty hilarious. Do you want to expand on that?
Yeah, I said that. I think that's the closest he'll get to Mayweather all night. I mean, Mayweather's mastery of range and his footwork is just incredible. And Mayweather's best attribute probably is that if you leave yourself unguarded for even a split second, he takes advantage and lands a punch. I think McGregor's going to just look absolutely foolish in there. I mean, if you want to make some money, just trust me on this. It'll be a knockout.
Well, you're talking about money. The bets have been kind of going differently than expected. People are now putting more money on McGregor than they are Mayweather, making the odds kind of change. What do you think about this? I mean, it's going to help Mayweather fans because they're going to make more money if they're betting on their guy.
Well, look, McGregor is really, really popular. He's probably more popular than Floyd. He's a cult icon, with MMA and with Irish fans. And people really believe in him, and he believes in himself, it seems. But this is simply, this is not MMA. If Mayweather was fighting McGregor in the octagon, I would no doubt pick McGregor. This is a boxing match. Mayweather's 49-0. He was a great amateur before that. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. This isn't just fighting any boxer. This is fighting the best fighter in the world. So for this to happen, I don't know. It would be like Michael Jordan saying he's going to race Michael Phelps in a swimming meet. I just can't see it happening.
Good way to put it, and great stuff from you, Mike. Thanks so much for taking the time to talk with us. You at home want to make sure to follow along with him on Twitter at Mike Coppinger. Mike, thanks for the time.
Thanks so much for having me.